Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are around the country or around the world. Big welcome to In the Know with Peter No. As I am your host today, my name is Peter No. If I have not met you, if I have not personally seen you, hugged you, kissed you, wherever it is, I will do that soon when we see each other. Big welcome to this call today, as every Wednesday at this time, we train, we talk about things, we work together. We're in this private gym, and this gym is a little bit different training than any other gym because we talk about things that other trainings don't talk about because I always want you to be in the know. So, it's been a crazy month in May. Who here felt or grew or learned something in May? Raise your hand. Awesome. I think everybody did. May was my birthday month. Okay, so today is my last day of my birthday month. And I can totally tell you, I don't know what it is, but when they really say when a man grows into his 40s, they kind of grow up. I think that's really true. Okay, I don't think I grew up until I really turned 40. And in the last, I believe, 6 years, so I turned 46 this year. Okay, so in the last 6 years, I think I really evolved into another human being. Okay, meaning that I'm still the same Peter. I still have the same values, the same character, but I think my wisdom and my experience, everything that I've done wrong or done crazy things before my 40s, it kind of really, I'm leveraging that, okay? Because I'm really starting to see how many people really have maybe not experienced the same thing that I have, but because we are in this network marketing industry, because we're in the people industry. So I want everybody to understand, do you know that we're in the people industry? Okay. Now, being in the people industry, you deal with a lot of people, right? So, being in this industry, this is the first time I get to really appreciate what wisdom and knowledge really means, because the more we can help apply it to each other, meaning the more we share our experiences, right? The more that it impacts you or the more that it influences you and you apply that, don't you think that we can learn from each other and save each other time? Don't you think we can learn from each other and save each other energy? Don't you think we can save each other heartaches, money, on and on and on and on? And that's what I love about this industry. Okay. So, as we're going to, for the next 60 minutes, okay, I want to talk really about three topics today. Three topics. The first topic is I want to hear from a few people today. Do you really know what opportunity you have in front of you? Number one, do you really, really know what we have in front of us? Okay. And then number two, I want to use the gym analogy again so I can refreshen you why you are doing this business. Why are you in the gym with us? And what are you really learning here? Okay. And then the last thing, I want to share you my BLD, my build. BLD stands for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It stands for building, leveraging, and duplicating. And do you know why I have this call at 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time?
Because
Because
we're
it's,
all hungry.
huh? Because you're all hungry? Okay.
Lunch
Uh,
hour.
it is lunch hour. And because during lunch, all 100 of us can leverage each other. Okay. So we're all leveraging, learning during lunchtime. Okay. And I will talk about that last. So, I want to know this opportunity. Okay, I'm going to share some bullet points. I've been in network marketing now for 20 years. The day I started my very first company, I don't even know if I remember, I told everyone, it wasn't really Monavie, the juice company. My first company I joined was a garlic pill company. I was selling garlic pills, okay? And the only reason why I was selling garlic pills is because I was a barber, and I transitioned, and I always asked, I want to do something else, and I found that all my clients were unhealthy. And then one day something popped up about garlic pills, and it gave me the benefits of that. I didn't understand what MLM was. I didn't understand what comp plans was, PV, BV, binary, unilevel, structure. Get it, everyone? I didn't know anything of that. The only thing in my mind was, Peter, you have an opportunity to help people get healthy. And because I guess my DNA is, I just love to help people, right? I just jumped into it, and I had no clue what this industry was. I didn't know what a sponsor, enroller, any of that lingo was, okay? I just jumped into it. Now, the reason what I did here is, when you join this industry, the only thing that popped in my mind is when that person said residual income. Residual income. What can you do with residual income? And how do you earn it? And how do you buy back your time? Serious question. Does anybody know how to buy back their time being in a job? No. Why? Because how can you buy back anything when you're giving 8 hours and 10 hours and 12 hours a day? You can't buy anything. How can you build anything for the future that you can give away or will away when you're making somebody else rich, right? I already knew that at a very, very young age, very young age. Now, what does this opportunity mean to me? The only thing I know is, because if we're going to live this very short life, and if this whole circle of life has to do with people, we all know that if you can bring value to people, then you will get value yourself, correct? But somebody has to pay you for that. Does that make sense? So now, as I evolve from one company to another company to another company, I'm just being very transparent. I've probably been with more than a dozen, 12 MLM companies. I have learned from 12 CEOs. I have learned from 12 different compensation plans. I have learned from 12 or 20 or 30 different bodybuilders or trainers to get to Lifewave. Every person that you see here, Carol, Lizzie, Kojo, Heidi, whatever, anybody, Marcy, Pat, everyone, we have all been in different gyms together. Does that make sense? And all this, when they really say it is a relationship marketing company, industry, it is truly a relationship marketing company process, right? Now, for the people, for the brand new people here, if this is your very first network marketing company, or your first, I call it the gym, right? It is gonna be a little bit weird. It is gonna feel a little bit heavy. It's gonna feel like, it kind of feels like maybe overwhelming, right? Because this is the first time you're gonna have to be uncomfortable. Who likes to be uncomfortable? No one likes to be uncomfortable. But through getting to be pushed, right? To be uncomfortable is then when you can really develop and understand your strengths. Because if you don't get uncomfortable, you're just gonna go through life la da 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 da. And then how can you be strong enough to lead people? So the reason why I believe I'm so strong today is because I put so much pressure on myself. I really did. And I don't recommend this anyone to do, okay? Remember, I don't have children. I don't have a wife. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have pressure, but I've done that all my life. So for the people that do have children, spouses, jobs, I respect that because I know you have priorities. I kind of did it the opposite way. I went into debt in this business, in this industry for a very long time because I was taught the wrong way. I've always learned from my uplines, but to be honest, my uplines, all they did is just really, here you go, Peter. Oh my God, you're so good. Just keep on doing what you're doing. Okay? They didn't teach me behaviors. They didn't teach me messaging. They didn't teach me what really systems are. They didn't teach me how to run a schedule. They didn't teach me how to talk and learn how to listen and understand people. I had to learn all that myself the hard way. And then I had to teach them. Okay? So the reason why I'm saying this now to you is if you think that this opportunity is just selling patches, then this is wrong. We're not selling patches, everyone. Okay? You're selling people opportunity to get their freedom. You're selling people their health back. You're selling people their time back. And how do we know that? Because that's what you want. You can't sell somebody what you don't want and what you don't have. True? And even if you don't have it today, who here doesn't want health, time, and freedom? And you know I talk about that, the HTF. Everybody wants HTF. The problem is nobody has the tool or the opportunity to get the health, time, and freedom. And I'm talking about all three. Now, for example, can you be rich selling real estate? Of course. Can you be rich selling insurance? Of course. But have you seen unhealthy real estate agents? Have you seen unhealthy insurance agents? There you go. Do they work a lot of times, a lot of hours? Of course. Now, do you understand why have I stuck in this health realm, in this health path for this long? Because I always knew, because of me cutting hair, that people are always getting older. We would never run out of prospects. You would never run out of people to talk to. Does that make sense? But when you talk to them, champions. Hey, 1 second. When you talk to them, when you talk to your prospects, when you get one chance to talk to someone, are you going to represent a product that anybody can get in Rite Aid, CVS, or the vitamin store? No. Why? Because now you're going against time, because you now have to convince people. And then if you're a great salesperson, or if people trust you, yes, but then can you teach that to the other person? Maybe not. So the reason why we have evolved to Lifewave, and there's a couple bullet points I'll get into, but the reason why we have evolved to this company now is because it really checks off every check mark that you can ask for in business, okay? And we all know the benefits. Now, again, let's talk about what does this opportunity mean for you? To me, it means ultimate freedom. And I want everyone to write this down. If you don't have an alarm clock, and if you don't have a boss, you are 100% free. What are you going to do to fight for that? Do you recognize that this company, Lifewave, right here, and I have the Nirvana patch, okay? This company, Lifewave, right here, all this brand right here means no boss, no alarm clock, which means freedom to me. So if you're going to give your time, if you're going to have to learn every day to change your mindset, to add different behaviors, to learn from each one of us. Look, there's 109 partners here. You are all my business partners, right? We are all, right now, today, for 1 hour, we are 109 of us are physically working out together right now. We're in the gym right now. So if I'm going to take 1 hour of your time, 1 hour, what can I give back to you? Value, information. So you can take this and you can leverage it. So you can share this with others. And then when other people go, oh my God, Debbie, you're looking so young today. What are you doing? Oh, what do you know about stem cells? Oh, I don't know, but what do you got? Hey, take a look at this. Da, 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 da. And when you regurgitate that off, and when you share the website, what do they see? Oh my God, they see professional technology. And then when you invite them to a podcast, what else do they see? Debbie, you're part of this huge community here? They don't even have to ask you why you joined, because they see it and feel it. And that's why Marcy and I work so hard every day to keep this team, this organization, so organic, because we don't want any of your prospects to feel that they're part of a scam, they're part of a sales force or something that talks about only money. We have to walk the talk, and we have to represent who? You. Does everybody understand that? So I want to probably hear from somebody who wants to share for 1 minute. What does this opportunity means to you? Raise your hand or unmute yourself if anybody wants to share.
I will.
Go ahead. Who's this?
Debbie.
Oh, what's up, Debbie?
For me, it was all about health. I had my chiropractor who turned me on to this, and I was a hairdresser for about 29, 30 years in the past. And my health caused me to have to retire early. I loved my work. I still miss it. But this company has given me the opportunity to feel needed again. And I a lot of people know me through my business that know my health history. So when they see what it does to me, they're going to know firsthand. But now I can contribute financially again too, because I haven't been able to do that for about 12 years. So it's everything to me, you know.
So Debbie, let me ask you, if you don't make a single dollar out of here, would it still be so valuable for you to be on this technology?
Yes, I need it for the health. Mm-hmm.
Right? But now, because you're getting healthy, and now people are asking you, they see it in you, because you're helping people now, and the company has to reward you for your time, your energy, your skill sets, what you're learning. Isn't it wonderful now that you're actually buying back time because of this opportunity?
I love it. I love it. It's the best.
I love it. And I'm going to come back to you. I want you to share on my beauty podcast that's coming on soon. Okay. So everyone, if you have a beautician, a nail tech, a massage therapist, a facialist. Get ready to invite them to my beauty podcast coming very soon, okay? Because I'm going to teach you now how to tap root into the beauty industry this month. So thank you, Debbie, for sharing that. Destiny.
Yes, sir. So it's God for me. I am retired military. I have a full pension. I have a house, and I was sitting here with full God. I said, you know, Lord, something. I can't sit here forever by myself. I'm single with only one son. And I said, what can I do? I don't want to get a day job, 8 to 5. Send me something, Lord. Do I need to start another charity? What do I do? And I had medical issues, but I wasn't thinking on that line. And Victoria, my upline, got hold of me and said, Destiny, I found something that's really helped my eyes. You want to, and she sent me some patches, and I'm like, oh my goodness, girl, what is this business? But she's a Christian too. And she told me, I said, hey, I'm in. I am in. And so even though I've been in other multi-level marketing, it's just nothing like this. I feel like I've come home.
Wow.
The response from other distributors going to conventions and all this, it feels like when I was in the military, we could walk into a room and everybody felt like they belonged. We all had uniforms. We were all together. And I feel like when I go to conventions or work with other people, that it's like part of the family. So I feel blessed with this.
How many of us feel like what Destiny feels like right now? Good. Okay. Thank you, Destiny, because
You're welcome.
this community is so special. I'm just letting everybody know. I've been around the block too many times. I hear and I meet so many people in the industry, and I really know that we have something so organic, so unique, okay? And people have to see it and feel it for themselves, okay? And that's why we're all here today. Charles, would you like to share anything?
Yes. How you doing, Peter?
I'm good. How you doing?
All right. I did know everything the ladies have said so far. I mean, when I saw this opportunity, I wasn't looking for it. In fact, I was doing something else at the time and was really happy with it. But I've always loved helping people and being a part of a community of people who are really pulling for each other. And when me and my wife got started, we didn't know anything. We didn't even know who our upline was. Somebody gave us a website. We looked at it, we signed up, and we just made it happen ourselves. And the great thing about it is that when I finally got to hear you and Marcy, I knew we were on the right team because it was not about the money. It just wasn't about the money. Now we're not rich or anything. We're doing okay. We retired, pensions and different stuff like that. But it wasn't about the money. In fact, we were 6 months in before we ever filled out the paperwork to get money.
Wow.
From the company. We were just doing it. We were seeing the happiness, we were seeing the joy that people were having. We were saying, this is an opportunity I can stay with forever. I don't care what they do, as long as the product is out there. I'm going to talk about the product, whether I get a dime or not. And that's what happened when a lot of people drop out of the business because they're looking at money first, and it might not come the way you want it to come right away. But when you can still touch people and you can really see the testimonials over and over again, and I mean personal testimonials that we have that from ourselves. I mean, yeah, I'm 74, and my wife is 72, and man, we love this opportunity. And you know what? We don't get depressed when people turn us down. It's not for them. I mean, we don't try to recruit them anyway. We just share the product. If they recruit themselves, if they see it. If they don't, we don't stress out about it. We just keep on moving. And I tell people, say, well, what's happened to you? I'd be all day if I was telling you the things that happened to me. We've been on the patches now for about 18 months. And the key thing was when I heard David Smith say, this is not going to stop the aging process, it's going to reverse it. He got my attention right there when he says for every decade you've lived, you need to be on the patches for a month. We committed right then to 7 months. We said, we don't care if we don't feel nothing different. If nothing happens, if nothing goes on, we're going to do the 7 months. We're at 18 months now. I mean, it's just amazing thing that I'll be all day trying to tell you about that. Mm-hmm.
Well, Charles, I'm going to piggyback what you said, everyone. So everybody, in 3.5 years, Marcy and I now, I think we're almost at 50,000 now. 50,000 brand partners from Marcy and I, okay, down. We have never promoted money. You notice that we never, literally, we just don't go, get this cash promotion, get this money right here, try to get this, hit this. Does that make sense, Charles? And you're the perfect example of how we exude this, because if you do this as an organization, you're going back to the old ways of that pressure, that yo. And then when people don't hit those numbers, when you keep on constantly messaging, we want to create 100 SDs or 1,000 managers, and if you don't hit that number, what do you think that does to the entire organization, Charles?
Yeah. Well, it really causes them to go into almost like a depression. They feel like they're losers. They feel like they're not winning. And if they look at other people around them and they feel like, I should be able to do what they're doing. If I'm not doing what they're doing, this must be the wrong opportunity for me.
I love it. That's exact, everyone. Did you hear what Charles said? And that behavior and that feeling, it will never change until we change it. Mm-hmm. So each one of you, each one of us, all of us in this organization, we have to reverse engineer this industry, because if we don't, this people will feel this way. And that's why people have a stereotype of this industry, even though there are so many of us that are benefiting from health. And there's so many of us that are benefiting from the wealth without even talking about money. So thank you, Charles, for sharing that. Two more, Alan and Beth Ann. So Alan, go ahead and share.
Real quick. I have never given my full testimony, so it ain't going to be right now. It'll be at the right time.
Yes.
But right now, I listened to Dr. Harmon the other day. I've heard it all. Peter, before you were born, I was hearing about positive thinking, motivational thinking, all the different gurus out there. And some of them are good. Some of them are a bunch of philosophy, not hands-on. They never did it themselves, but yet they're going to give you advice. You've done it yourself. You've developed this system within the system that I believe is foolproof, and I'm a prime example of it. I'm a fool, and it's foolproof. And although I was a cop for 20 years, same as a lot of people on here that got the pension, social insecurity, I always knew God wanted me to do more, to help more people. And that's why I'm here. It wasn't for the money. It wasn't for the prestige. When Marion Police talked to me about it, she didn't talk about rankings, making SPD, PDD, whatever initials you want to talk about. But I got excited because I knew that this technology is the future coming to now. And that's why I got involved.
Thank you, Alan. We love you, and we love Marion and everyone. Again, the only thing that rank defines is how many people you have changed their lives. That is the only thing that rank will ever define here, okay? Thomas, Beth Ann, do you want to share, or you just have your hands up?
I didn't know my hand was up. I must have put my phone in my pocket and it went.
Okay, but since you're here, 1 minute, what does this opportunity mean to you?
I had, like you, been in several other network marketing businesses and actually was feeling pretty burned out when I heard about Lifewave and didn't want anything to do with it at all. But when my husband experienced the patches, and within 3 days, he was one of those, that saw a significant difference in his pain. And then we had a doctor friend check out all the research, the site. He said, after reading all the PubMed studies for like 2 days straight, he said, this is a no-brainer. So then we had our own testimony. We had our doctor friend giving us the go ahead, and we just thought, boy, we got to share this.
So I'm so glad you came out of retirement for this.
Me
So,
too.
we need you in this world, and thank you for all you do. All you do. Thank you.
You too, Peter.
So now we have defined what this opportunity means. Now let's talk about the behaviors, okay? The reason that everybody hear my gym analogy, right? Now, everybody knows they need health. Everybody knows they need to create wealth. Then everybody knows you need to physically move. But why doesn't everyone go to the gym? That's a good question, right? Now, we can't answer that because I'm not your boss, okay? Everybody has their own direction in their life, what they need to do. But in network marketing, okay, the reason why I use the gym analogy is because it is the exact same behaviors. What do I mean by that? I want you to now pretend you're going back, like just pretend like we all are gonna go to the gym together, okay? Just pretend. Is it scary if you never ever stepped into a gym before? Yes. Is it scary if you've never ever joined a network marketing company or a business before? Yes. Why? Because you're going into a brand new environment. You're going to meet new people. And guess what? The number one scariest thing is called change. Let me repeat that again. The number one scariest thing is to change yourself. That's why people can go their whole lifetime without changing. Now, if you are forced to go to the gym and you know that you have to go to the gym, you're gonna know that you're gonna change what? A lot. What are you gonna change, everyone, when you go to the gym? Your sleeping pattern, your diet, your mindset. You're gonna have to push yourself. Your muscles, your body is gonna be sore, right? You're gonna go through months and months, years of that. But why do people do it? What is the end goal of that change when you go to the gym? It's that beautiful physique. It's to know that you've actually pushed, challenged your mind, your soul, your heart, and you actually can physically see transformation that you worked for. Does that make sense, everyone? What is the network marketing change? Why are you doing this? Because when you change people's lives, when you create an income where now that income is going to buy you back time. And then when you buy back time, you have more time to spend with your children, your spouse, your dog, your cat, your horse, your cars, clean your house, your family, your neighbor. That right there is your goal. Does that make sense, everyone? But how come when people join network marketing and you know that that's their goal, why do they quit in the middle of the way? Why does everybody give up so easily in the middle of the way? It's the same reason why you quit going to the gym. Do you know why? Maybe you don't understand the tools. Maybe you don't understand the trainer that's training you how to use those tools. Is that true? And then the rest is what? Still up to you. The trainer can't tell you how much time. He can physically tell you exactly how much time you need to put in to your body. He can tell you exactly what to eat. He can tell you exactly when to go to sleep. He can tell you to drop your alcohol, drop your smoking, do all that stuff, correct? But what can he not do? He cannot physically be there for you. He can only train you. He can only tell you that. Let's reverse this with our system and who we are. We can train you to 3-3-3 all day. We can show you the peak, how to pre-qualify, how to enroll packages. We can even tell you exactly how much money you make. We can even tell you exactly how much time, how many people you need to talk to, what you have to say, what do you have to do. Does that make sense, everyone? We physically broke it down to every level, everything to you. But why do people still quit?
Fear.
That is the question. Go ahead, Debbie. Tell me.
Fear.
Fear.
I would. Yes.
Fear.
People.
Fear of themselves, fear of their own success, and fear of change. Thank you, Debbie. That is the right question. Did everybody understand that? Maybe their why, Sandy, maybe their why wasn't big enough. Maybe it didn't compel it enough. Okay? Now, is this industry easy? No. But is it hard? No. Is physically working out easy? No. But is it hard? No. So what is it, everyone? It's your mindset on your fear, right? So when I talk to someone, when I want to partner up with Debbie, Carolyn, Stephen, Pat, Kojo, Lorraine, what do I want to find out about that person? I kind of want to find out now, what are their fears? I kind of want to find out what are their challenges. I kind of want to outside of what they want, because sometimes when we ask for people's goals, sometimes some goals are just too foo-foo. It's not deep enough. It doesn't hit them in the head enough. Does that make sense? So sometimes maybe then I go, okay, are you afraid of your success, Debbie? What's holding you back from your success? Peter, you know, I'm just afraid to talk to people. I'm afraid what people would think of me. I'm afraid people would look at me like a salesman. I'm afraid of people that think that I'm in network marketing. What am I selling to them? Did everybody get those same rebuttals or questions like that, right? We all have. So then I go deep into this. Is it okay to help people in their health? Why are you afraid of your image when the only image they have of you is somebody that cares about them? Do you know who I'm afraid to be today? I'm actually kind of afraid to be a regular doctor and a pharmacist. Because if I'm prescribing you drugs, am I giving you side effects if I'm prescribing a drug to you? Isn't that a weird image then? How How bad of an image could it be if I'm prescribing you a Band-Aid that can help you? And I'm going through all these rebuttals with you, okay? Because I hear them myself. I go through this every day myself. Does that make sense? I'm physically there. So I want you all to now think, we're going to the gym. You pick your gym time. You pick your favorite bodybuilder. How many bodybuilders do we have in this Team Evolve? Go to the biz site, go to recognition, and scroll, scroll, scroll. Pick your upline, pick their upline, pick all those uplines, pick anyone you want to call. Go to the Telegram page. Now we're going to go into a next level of podcast, okay, very soon. It's going to be called Wealth Podcast, where we're going to be interviewing managers, directors, senior directors, executive directors, presidential directors, and senior presidential directors. So you can resonate with brand new people, why they joined the business, who are they, how did they get to manager, how did they get to director, how did they squeeze us into their time. So you can see that everyone is just normal people that want the same thing. And guess what? We're still not talking about money on those wealth calls. We're only sharing wealth stories. Does that make sense, everyone? I want people to connect with us on the health well level and on the wealth level. And I want to close this with a target messaging right here. Okay, remember this. If our only competition in the product world is injectable stem cells where you're paying $5,000 for one shot for it. What if I, Debbie, can save you $4,500, 90% of that? What if I can show you a program for $500? You can get 5 months of stem cell activation. And what if that program can only cost you $5 a day to maintain?
Sign me up.
Thank you. I'm going to sign you up right now. And what if you enjoyed it that much? And what if I can show you now how to create wealth by teaching you how to make $50 a day?
I'm all in.
Did everybody just see what I said? For $500, for $5 a day, to have a business, to earn $50 a day, and we can do this together. Isn't this the simplest thing that we can learn from each other?
Yes.
My gym membership cost me more than $5 a day, just to let everybody know. My gym membership, my real gym, okay? My real gym costs more than $500 a year, for sure, okay? Why am I committed to that gym? Because Peter physically needs to become physically better. Why am I paying for my $4 a day? It's actually $4 a day if you break down the maintenance pack. Why am I using this product every day? Because Peter wants to still look like Peter 10, 20, 30 years from now. Because if Peter gets sick, then thousands of people will be affected, because then Peter cannot give more value to help his friends, his business partners. And if Peter cannot be the best Peter, then how can he help my mom, my dad retire? How can I be good to the community? How can I help my friend's mother? Does that make sense, everyone? So are you the Lizzie? Are you the Diane? Are you the Laura? Are you the Alan? Get it? Who are you to your community? And if you think that this program is not worth $4 or $5 a day of your hard-earned money, let's really understand the value of what this health technology does for you, so you can be bigger to everybody else. And that is your opportunity. Does that make sense, everyone? I literally just broke it down. What does this opportunity mean? It really means to be the best version of you. You've got to be the best, and you cannot be the best because there is no cream that can turn on your stem cells. There is no powder that can turn on your stem cells. Get it? There can only be this technology. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Let's get down to the cellular level, and let's wake you up first. And then as you get better, as your collagen improves, as your brain repairs, as your heart repairs, as you're slowly getting off medications, as you're slowly getting off all those years of drugs and poison coming out of you, aren't you becoming a better version, a cleaner version of yourself? Yes. And then when you can share that message to others and people resonate because they want what you want, they want health, they want time, they want freedom, then let's talk about partnership. Then let's talk about joining us. Does that make sense, everyone? This is how we do things, okay? And I want to make sure everybody got it today, because today's title is called Evolving Your Building, your BLD. Now, let's go into the BLD. We have another 12 minutes. I've been living this BLD life. BLD, an acronym, stands for building, build, BLD, build. Now, because before, okay, I didn't have a structure. Remember, my uplines never taught me, they just taught me how to be busy. I burned myself out. How many of us have ever been burned out in a job? Raise your hand. Pat raised 2 hands. She got double burned out, okay? How many of us ever been burned out in a network marketing company? Okay, now, 5 years ago or 6 years ago, I asked myself that question. Why am I chasing myself? Why am I always tired? And how come my team is not duplicating? It's because they watch me work so hard and they're like, Peter, you make money, but man, I can't do what you do. And you do so much. And then at the end of the month, I really don't have all that money in my hands because I spent so much time and money putting it back into my business. So then I had to kind of time out, restructure, reevaluate myself. And then I came up with this. I go, okay, let's do this. Why don't we compartmentalize? Why don't we really understand what we do on a daily basis? So everyone, do you know what you're doing every day? Yes, I hope so, but most of us don't. If you don't have a job, as an entrepreneur, does an entrepreneur knows what to do every day? Yes and no either, okay? The only person that knows what to do every day is people that have jobs, because you're told what to do every day. Does that make sense? So I want you all to write this down. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This is how I live my life. And I literally live it like a job. I pretend I have a job. In the morning, during breakfast, so B stands for breakfast. What am I doing during breakfast? I am building. I'm building during breakfast. What am I building? I'm building my body, I'm building my brain, and I'm building my business. And I do that from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. So I take 3 hours. And you don't have to follow. I'm giving you my schedule, okay, everyone? So for 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 1 hour at a time, I'm building something. Does that make sense? Either I'm going to the gym for an hour, I'm building my body for an hour. If I'm reading my book for an hour, I'm building my brain for an hour. If I'm on a Zoom call or training for an hour, I'm building my business for an hour. Did you just see how I broke that down for you? Okay, now let's go to lunch. L stands for lunch. Who are you leveraging? So L, leveraging. So guess what? You're all on this call right now during lunch. So you're leveraging In the Know with Peter No. What are you learning during lunch? You're learning this with me. So you can add this to learning. Are you leveraging your lifestyle? What is a lifestyle? Are you enjoying having fun with your friends during lunch? Does that make sense? Are you taking a walk with your dog during lunch? Are you balancing out your life during lunch? And lunchtime to me is from 12 to 3. 12 to 3. And then the next one is called dinner. D for dinner. What are you duplicating and who are you duplicating during dinner time? And I can promise you, I know exactly what you're all doing at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You are all duplicating a system together. Who are you developing during dinner? Are you developing yourself? Are you developing your partners? Are you developing your 333? Are you developing your brain? Get it? Are you developing your cooking? Are you developing your skills? It doesn't matter. And then are you dreaming? Who here, when was the last time anybody had a dream? If you didn't, I want to make sure you start dreaming again. Dreaming is a wonderful thing. Fantasizing is a wonderful thing, because when you can fantasize, you're creating a reality in your mind. And when you can create a reality in your mind, you're living in a fantasy. But fantasy can become reality because you thought about it. Did everybody just see what I just did? Now, if you have a job, are you building, leveraging, and duplicating? No. Are you learning anything? Are you developing something? Do you have a lifestyle for anything? No. So do you understand? So what I did is I literally 6 years ago, I transformed. I cut everything off. I cut my old friends off. I cut my lifestyle off. I cut my working habits off. I literally bought a schedule book for the first time. And I bought the book that has the time on it. Remember the time, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. It has a time. And then I just started circling 9 to 12, 12 to 3, and then 3 to 6, and 6 to 9. Just think of it like a pie, okay? Let me draw you a pie. It looks like this, a pie. You see that? And then you put 9, 12, 3, 6, like a clock. And then I put down B, L, D. And then I just started writing. Who do I want to leverage today? What book do I want to read today? Where do I want to put the gym today? And if you do that 30 minutes, an hour, 30 minutes, an hour, 30 minutes, an hour, you will see amazing things on how much time you waste by not understanding what you're on purpose every day to do. Or once you realize what this is, you can be so amazed how much lighter you feel, or how much you can accomplish, or maybe how more balanced you are on a daily and a weekly and a monthly and a quarterly basis. Run your life like a job But maybe if you do this, what if you make more than your job by living this way? Because you're teaching how many people? 2 people. 2 people. Can you help 2 people change this lifestyle? If you can do this, and again, everyone, we're all in different phases of our build. Remember that, okay? I'm in a different phase because I've been here. Maybe Jenny is in a different phase because she hasn't been in this industry long enough. So everybody is in a different phase in their muscle build, okay? Remember, a brand new person going to the gym is gonna have to work a lot harder to go through the pains, right? But after 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, you're gonna see muscles, and then you know what you work for. Now, I'm gonna close the call with this. If you're in the gym, if you physically in the gym, 1 hour a day, for 5 days a week, for 90 days in a row, would you, when you look in the mirror, would you physically see a physical change? Yes, okay? If you physically put in 3 hours a day into this business, 2 hours a day, or 1 hour a day, just try that, okay? I'm not asking you for 4, 5, 8 hours. I'm just asking maybe 3, 2, and 1 hour. And if you can fit us into our breakfast, lunch, and dinner style. Remember, we have Marcy's call in the morning, we have this call in the afternoon, we have Dr. Stacy during dinner, and then we have duplicate our podcast at 6 o'clock. If you plug in with us and you can find workout buddies to plug in with you, in 90 days from today or 90 days ago, let me ask a better question. 90 days ago, who here in the last 90 days have changed their lives, found a workout buddy, or made more money, or is healthier today than they were 90 days ago? Everybody, especially Stephen, okay? We heard his testimonial. So you understand what's happening, right? In every 90 days, if you're not growing at least 1%, something is wrong. It could be the gym, it could be the trainer, or it could be you. The reason why I say that is because I've been in a company, my previous company, where there are people still there after 10 years, 10 years, and they still have not built any muscles, and they still defend that they still want to stay with that company, and they still are not recruitable. What does that mean? They've been programmed. They've been lied to. Because if you really look in your heart, and if you have not built people, if you have not made more money, made a lifestyle change, got healthier, then there is something wrong. Does that make sense? Those people are not like you, and they're not better than you. Remember what I always say, work and find people that are like you, meaning they want to go in the same path as you, they have the same value and character as you, you're good-hearted people, or even someone better. When I say better, they're not better than you. They might have a bigger network, better skill sets that you can leverage each other with. Does that make sense, everyone? This call today, we really went at it, okay? We really went for the full gambit. I want everyone, if you're lost, if you're down in any way, watch this recording again, over and over and over again, okay? Share this recording with your teams. Really get them in the heart. And again, wherever you are, I know sometimes it's hard. This world is hard. Everything is harder now, everybody, okay? But why can't we just make it easier for each other by just being here together? Does that make sense? When one person succeeds here, and watch what's going to happen in June. Everyone, June is going to be huge. We have ranking promotions, meaning there's going to be momentum built. The biz side is going to be overhauled. We're going to add a new wealth podcast. There is going to be so much more tools coming to help you build in June. Why? Because then you have one more quarter, July, August, September, to apply what you learn, to be what you want to be, and then we're all going to see each other and graduate in October. And even if you don't graduate in October, do we still have another year? And another year? And another year? Yes, we do. Why? Because I ain't going nowhere. Are you going anywhere? No, okay? We're all gonna be here for each other. When one person graduates, sooner or later, we're all gonna graduate, okay? So on the last note, if you're going to convention, everyone, please register, okay? Send it out. The only thing that there will always be hotel rooms, and I know it's sold out, but they're gonna release more. There's always hotel rooms around the place. But the one thing that there will be none is once it's sold out, the tickets are sold out, okay? If you physically want to be there. If you cannot physically be there, just join the stream, okay? The company's going to stream this event. This is going to be my 4th convention in less than 4 years to be in the company. Marcy and I's 4-year anniversary will be actually in September. So what do you think we're going to do in October at convention? We're going to throw the biggest party that this company has ever seen, okay? So we have evolved. I just want to let everybody know I'm here for you. I love you, okay? This team is going to the moon. I just want to make sure that we're always constantly learning through the gym, supporting each other, and each one of you will be the best version of yourself graduating here, okay? So thank you for giving me another hour of your day. I'm gonna see you tonight. I will be on with Amy tonight on the podcast, okay? So enjoy your lunch, and I'll see you for dinner.
All
Love
right,
you all.
Peter.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you and bless you.
Bless you all.
Thank you,
Bye.
Peter. Thank you.
Cool.
Peter.
Bye.
Thank